Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo, Nitai Gaur. Jaya Radha Kalachandi Radha, Kalachandi Radhe, Kalachandi. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe Govinda. Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladev Jaya Subhadra. Jagannath. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Oh, Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Puravikacharya Achatara Satta Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Puravikacharya Achatara Satta Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Giri Govardhana Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gogopinath Shri Mukunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Jamuna Maya Ki Jai, Ganga Maya Ki Jai, Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai, Yuga Dharma Harinam Sankirtan Yogya Ki Jai, Priyat Madanga, Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai, Transcendental Prasadam Distribution Ki Jai, Go Premanandi, Shri Giri Govardhana Ki Jai, Shri Govardhan Puja Mahotsava Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga.
जयो राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन बल्लभ गिरिवर धारी जयो राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन बल्लभ गिरिवर धारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरावन चारी यमुना तीरावन चारी जयो राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरावनचारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जयो राधा काला चंजी राधे। जयो राधा गोविंद राधे। जयो राधा दामोदर राधे। जयो जगन्नाथ जयो बलदेवा जयो सुभद्रा। निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल, निताय गौर हरि बोल, निताय गौर। जयो जयो प्रभुपाद जयो जयो प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद। जयो जयो गुरुदेव जयो जयो गुरुदेव, जय गुरुदेव। जय गौर प्रेमानंद हरि। जयो जयो श्री चैतन्य जयो नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जयो गौर भक्त वृंदा। जयो जयो श्री चैतन्य जयो नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जयो गौर भक्त वृंदा। जयो जयो श्री चैतन्य जयो नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जयो गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री राधा काला चंद्र की जय। जय श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की, कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Praying at the lotus feet of my spiritual master, our dear most Srila Prabhupada and all the Guru Vargas, may I speak few words in the glorification of our dear most Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna himself, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for the pleasure of the Vaishnavas and for my very own purification. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhe vacha patita nam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Yeah, Srila Prabhupada. So, wish you all a very, very, very auspicious, blissful and happy Govardhan Puja in this auspicious month of Kartik. So, happy Kartik, happy Govardhan Puja. And usually we read Chaitanya Charitamrita on Mondays. And so we are basically in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela. And this is what is going between Rai Ramananda and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the conversation which is very, very esoteric, very elevated, exalted. So that's what we are on usual schedule. But today being Govardhan Puja, I hope some senior devotee would have given the class, but since I have the service, so I thought I will read something from Chaitanya Charitamrita related to Giri Govardhan. And this is Antya, and the chapter is, one moment, I think it's the 5th chapter. Let me just go back to there. So this is Antya 6. This is the chapter named as Lord Chaitanya meets Raghunath Das Goswami. And this is a bigger chunk where Giri Govardhan is being mentioned. And the verse that we are going to read today is 287 onwards. But before a little bit, so that we know where we are, to set the context. What has happened, if you see Raghunath Das Goswami, he is one of our 6 Goswamis who is being every day and night being worshipped on the altar. He's one of the Goswamis, 6 Goswamis. So he is from a very, very rich background, very affluent background, and then he falls in love with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he wants to run, and then Mahaprabhu gives him some instructions. Eventually he somehow comes to see Mahaprabhu and serving in person. And then this is Jagannath Puri, Orissa, where, you know, when he came, his father, his uncle, they were so rich. They sent money and things, and what would he do? What would a devotee do? When they get money, they'll feed the Vaishnavas. So he will every day feed Mahaprabhu very affluently and very opulent prasadam. And then eventually he stopped. And then he started begging in one, I think Simhadwara, in front of Simhadwara, he would sit and beg. And then he will earn his, you know, whatever he gets, he will have his prasadam. So no longer feeding Vaishnavas, he would just survive on the begging. And then eventually he stopped that too. And before that, actually, when, excuse me, Raghunath Das Goswami came to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu handed over him to Swarup Damodar. That's why he is also called Swarupero Raghunath. Like, you know, one who belongs to Swarup Damodar. So Swarupero Raghunath. So he was under that. And then every update of his will be given to Mahaprabhu by Swarup Damodar. And so Mahaprabhu would ask, hey, what happened? I'm not getting invitation anymore from from Raghunath Das Goswami. He said, no, he stopped that. Now he's begging in front of the Jagannath Puri temple, one of the gate, and he's begging now. Then Mahaprabhu becomes happy. And then eventually he stops that and he goes to the marketplace where, they'll throw the prasadam. And even the cow wouldn't eat, and Raghunath Das Goswami will just wash them off the fungus and things like that and eat it off. And then Mahaprabhu would again ask, I don't see him now, to Sarup Damodar. He would ask, I don't see him now in front of Jagannath temple also, where is he? Then Sarup Damodar narrates his current activities, and Mahaprabhu becomes even happy. So Mahaprabhu says few things before we start today's Giri Govardhan verses. This is Bengali, so I'll mostly read it myself. I'm not reading the verse, I'm just reading two translations for two of the verses to have the context. So hearing this news that the Raghunath Das is no longer even begging, Mahaprabhu says, hearing this news, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, he has done very well by no longer standing at Simha Dwara gate. Such begging of alms resembles the behavior of a prostitute. So first he left feeding him, then he stopped begging him, and now he's in the marketplace, and literally having almost nothing. I mean, yes, he is like whatever is left there in the dump yard. But Mahaprabhu didn't feel concerned. He was saying that it is like it's a service job of a prostitute to sit in front of the gate and look who will give me alms and who will give me alms. So your focus is totally, you're looking at somebody as a customer. Whether this person will give me or whether that person will give me, so this is like a prostitute. That's what Mahaprabhu is saying. The next verse, this is 285 translation. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Here is a person coming near. He will give me something. This person gave me something last night. Now another person is coming near. He may give me something. The person who just passed did not give me anything. But another person will come and he will give me something. Thus, a person in the renounced order gives up his neutrality and depends on the charity of this person or that. Thinking of this way, he adopts occupation of a prostitute. Now, going forward, he's also explaining how this thing is like a prostitute, being a beggar. He's saying, this person will give me something. This person gave me last night. Will he give again? He did not give anything. But if you see, when Bhagavad Gita says, who is a dhira, who is a gunatita, and who is sthita pragya, these qualities of these people explained in Bhagavad Gita are like, they are above the three modes of nature, mode of goodness, passion, and anger or ignorance. So they are like, so these three modes, they are above that, and that's why they are called dhira, who doesn't get troubled by the miseries of this world. But if being a sannyasi who is supposed to be in renounced order, who is supposed to be neutral to everybody, you see Bhagavad Gita also says that he is a brahmana, he is a pandita, to whom everybody is equal, to whether an ant or a human being or anybody for that matter in between. Everybody he looks at him as a soul and not the body, but the soul. But if somebody thinks like this, that okay, this person will give me something, that person will give me something, so that platform of equality goes away. And that's what he is comparing as a prostitute. Then Mahaprabhu continues. He is saying this to Sarup Damodar regarding Raghunath Das Goswami. If one goes to the booth where free food is distributed and fills his belly with whatever he obtains, there is no chance of further unwanted talk, and one can very peacefully chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So he says, if one fills his stomach with the prasadam that's available for free, and then there will be no unwanted talk. He will not talk unnecessary stuff. And then he will chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Now today's verse. Eto boli tare puno prasad korila, Govardhaner shila gunja mala tare dila. After saying this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again bestowed his mercy upon Raghunath Das by giving him a stone from Govardhan hill and a garland of small conch shells. So, Mahaprabhu, of course it will come eventually, how did Mahaprabhu get this conch shell, the garland of Kunjamala and the Govardhan Shila. 288. শঙ্করানন্দ সরস্বতী বৃন্দাবন হইতে আইলা, তেহ সেই শিলা গুঞ্জমালা লইয়া গেলা। Translation. Previously, when Shankarananda Saraswati had returned from Vrindavan, he had brought the stone from Govardhan Hill and also the garland of conch shells. So, Saraswati, what is his name? Shankarananda Saraswati, he gifted Mahaprabhu with this Govardhan Shila and Gunjamala from Vrindavan when he came from there. পার্শে গাথা গুঞ্জমালা গোবর্ধন শিলা, দুই বস্তু মহাপ্রভুর আগে আনি দিলা। He presented Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with these two items, the garland of conch shells and the stone from Govardhan Hill. দুই অপূর্ব বস্তু পাইয়া প্রভু তুষ্ট হইলা, স্মরণে কালে গলে পড়ে Gunjamala. Upon receiving these two uncommon items, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was extremely happy. While chanting, he would put the garland around his neck. So if we know that we cannot just go buy or pick Govardhan Shila from Vrindavan, we cannot do that, that's an offense. One devotee was telling me that if you take any amount of, whatever is the weight of that Govardhan hill, you have to give that much weight of gold back to the hill. Also, it's the ideal situation if a devotee, a Brajavasi, resident of Vrindavan gives you Govardhan Shila, then only you can worship Govardhan Shila. These are the two things that I have heard regarding worshipping Govardhan Shila, because you cannot have a day when you don't worship, like Shaligram Shila, Govardhan Shila also, and you have to provide him food. We will hear in the coming verses that Govardhan Shila, you have to provide him nice food and then you have to feed him every day. You cannot skip no matter. So Govardhan Shila needs more austerity and more rules and rituals to serve than usual. So you have to be very, very careful. It is not a kid's play that you feel like and you just start, and then if you start, we cannot stop. So what would Mahaprabhu do? Whenever he would chant, he will put that Gunjamala around him. So it was very, very dear to Mahaprabhu, the Gunjamala and the Govardhan Shila. গোবর্ধন শিলা প্রভু হৃদয়ে নেত্রে ধরে, কভু নাশায় ঘ্রাণ লয়, কভু শিরে ধরে করে। The Lord would put the stone to his heart or sometimes to his eyes. Sometimes he would smell it with his nose and sometimes place it on his head. So he loved the Govardhan Shila so much. Why he did, that will be next verse. Or next to next, that he loved this Shila so much that sometimes he will put it on his head, sometimes he will smell it, sometimes he will put it next to heart or eyes, নেত্র জলে সেই শিলা ভিজে নিরন্তর, শিলারে কহেন প্রভু কৃষ্ণ কলেবর। The stone from Govardhan was always moist with tears from his eyes. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would say, this stone is directly the body of Lord Krishna. So he loved him so much. He loved Krishna, so he loved Govardhan Shila, because it is none other than Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj. এই মতো 3 বৎসর শিলা মালা ধরিলা, তুষ্ট হইয়া শিলা মালা রঘুনাথে দিলা। For 3 years he kept the stone and garland. Then greatly satisfied by the behavior of Raghunath Das, the Lord delivered both of them to him. Before that, 4 years back, Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj, he was doing a Govardhan Vrindavan Parikrama, virtual, because we were in between COVID. And Maharaj is very wonderful photographer, and he has the accessibility of different, even the hidden places where they say no photography, he can take picture. So this Govardhan Shila, he was showing me. That time he was in a different temple. Right now he is very close to Krishna Balaram temple. I'll tell you, I texted one Prabhu yesterday to know where he is exactly. If you see, even if you search Google, You will see the photo, you'll see this size Govardhan, and it has a thumb impression, because Mahaprabhu will, bathe the Govardhan Shila with his tears while chanting and worshipping him. So it has the thumb impression. It's a brownish, as Govardhan Shilas are mostly. So, and you will see it, and you can also see the Gunjamala. It's there on the online. You can see it, and it's still being worshipped. It moved from one temple to another. So yeah, it's there, and it was so dear to him. Like something is so dear to him, and he just gave it. And that's why he's Krishna. He's a wonderful personality, right? The day before yesterday, I got a rose which smelled really like a rose, like when we used to when we smelled rose in childhood. Here it does not. It just looked good. It just looks good. It does not smell. And somebody gave it to me, and someone else was asking for it. I said, no, I won't give it to you. It smells so nice. I want to keep it with me. But Mahaprabhu, he loved Govardhan Shila so much. Who can love Krishna more than Mahaprabhu, because he is Radharani himself. And when asked, not even asked, he was so satisfied with Raghunath Das Goswami that he just gave it to him. The Shila and the Kunjamala, which was so dear to him. So he presented his Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with these two items and the garlands of conch shells and the stone from it. I think I went back. Okay, yeah. So for 3 years, he kept the stone and garland, and then greatly satisfied by the behavior of Raghunath Das, the Lord delivered both of them to him. 294. Prabhu kohe ei shila Krishnar vigraho, ihar seba koro tumi koriya agraho. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Raghunath Das, this stone is a transcendental form of Lord Krishna. Worship the stone with great eagerness. That's agraho, eagerness. Purport. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes in his Anubhashya that in the opinion of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Govardhan Shila, the stone from Govardhan Hill was directly the form of Krishna, the son of Maharaj Nanda. The Lord used the stone for 3 years, and then in the heart of Raghunath Das, the Lord awakened devotional service to the stone. So he just didn't give like that. He first awakened the love or the devotional service attitude in the heart of Raghunath Das, and then he gifted it. The Lord then gave the stone to Raghunath Das, accepting him as one of his most confidential servants. However, some envious people conclude that because Raghunath Das had not taken birth in the family of a Brahmana, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not give him the right to worship the deity directly, but instead gave him a stone from Govardhana. This kind of thought is naraki or hellish, as stated in the Padma Puran. Arche Vishnu Shila, Dhir Guru Shu, Naramatir Vaishnave Jati Buddhi, Yasya Va Naraki Saha. If one thinks that the worshipable Shaligram Shila is a mere stone, that the spiritual master is an ordinary human being, or that a pure Vaishnava preaching the Bhakti cult all over the world is a member of a particular caste or material division of society, he is considered as Naraki, a candidate for hellish life. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed that the Govardhan Shila, the stone taken from Govardhana, is non-different from the body of Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he indirectly advised such foolish persons that one should not be envious of a Vaishnava who belongs to a different caste or sects. One should accept a Vaishnava as transcendental. In this way, one can be saved, otherwise one is surely awaiting a hellish life. So that's Prabhupada's take on those who think stone is not as good as, or the Shila is not as good as the body of the Lord Krishna. Next one, 295. Ei Shilar koro tumi satviko pujano, ochirat pabe tumi Krishna premo dhano. Now these are the instructions of Mahaprabhu to his disciple, to his follower, Raghunath Das Goswami, and he's telling how to worship the stone, the Shila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, worship this stone in the mode of goodness like a perfect Brahmana, for by such worship you will surely attain ecstatic love of Krishna without delay. So he is saying that if you worship him like a Brahmana and with all rules regulation following, Achirati, you will definitely get Krishna Prem, and that's the ultimate goal of human life, to get Krishna Prem. And Mahaprabhu is blessing Raghunath Das Goswami with that ultimate goal of life. Ek kunja jalo ar tulasi manjari, ek kuja jalo ar tulsi manjari, satvik seva ei shuddho bhave kori. For such worship, one needs a jug of water and a few flowers from a tulasi tree. This is worship in complete goodness when performed in complete purity. So he's mentioning 2 times. He gave the instruction 2 times. Satvik is mentioned in the mode of goodness. So basically maintaining cleanliness and then worshipping with as much as possible with clean mind and heart. Worship him and maintain the purity. 297. Dui dike dui patro modhe kamal manjuri, ei moto ashtamanjari dive shraddha kori. With faith and love, you should offer 8 soft tulasi flowers, each with 2 tulasi leaves, 1 on each side of each flower. One thing, if many of us would have observed, that our Krishna consciousness movement is like, whether Prabhupada's instructions or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction, they're very detailed. They are not there for the sake of it. Like, just take tulsi, but it is mentioned that take soft manjaris. Don't serve with the hard ones. So very, very detailed. Even Mahaprabhu is so detailed, and we hear, Prabhupada's Leela, it's so detailed. If you go and hear Prabhupada memories, very, 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 very particular, so much, so much that the love is there. So when a mother serves, or somebody who loves you and they will serve you, they'll serve with so much of care. And we see that whether Srila Prabhupada or Mahaprabhu, they love Krishna so much, they don't want to skip anything, So it's very detailed and not general. Next one. Shri Hostre Shila Diya ei Agya Dila Anande Raghunath Sheba Korite Lagila. After thus advising him how to worship Lord Sri Chaitanya, Mahaprabhu personally offered Raghunath Das the Govardhan Shila with his transcendental hand. As advised by the Lord, Raghunath Das worshipped the Shila in great transcendental jubilation. Excuse me. Eko bitosti dui bostro pirae khani swarup dilen kunja ani bare pani. Swarup Damodar gave Raghunath Das 2 cloths, each about 6 inches long, a wooden platform, and a jug in which to keep water. 300. এই মতো রঘুনাথ করেন পূজন, পূজা কালে দেখে শিলায় ব্রজেন্দ্র নন্দন. Thus Raghunath Das began worshipping the stone from Govardhan, and as he worshipped, he saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, the stone of Nanda Maharaj directly in the son of Nanda Maharaj directly in the stone. So I'll just repeat the translation again. Thus Raghunath Das began worshipping the stone from Govardhana, and as he worshipped, he saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, directly in the stone. So he was worshipping, and he was also seeing Brajendra Nandan, the son of Nanda Maharaj, in the stone. So when next time we look at a Giri Govardhan Shila, we know what to see. প্রভুরা স্বহস্ত দত্ত গোবর্ধন শিলা এই চিন্তি রঘুনাথ প্রেমে ভাসি গেলা. Before I get into the translation, two things has been here and again before that repeated, that with his lotus hand he gave the Govardhan Shila, right? He gave it, and again when Raghunath Das is worshipping this Govardhan Shila, he is also meditating not only on the Shila that he is the son of Nanda Maharaj, he is also thinking that Mahaprabhu gave me this, and then thinking that he is feeling even more ecstatic. Mahaprabhu gave me this Shila with his lotus beautiful hand. So thinking of how he had received the Govardhan Shila directly from the hands of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Raghunath Das was always overflooded with the ecstatic love. জলো তুলসীর সেবায় তার যত সুখে দয় জড়স্যোপচার পূজায় তত সুখ নয়. The amount of transcendental bliss that Raghunath Das enjoyed simply by offering water and tulasi is impossible to achieve even if one worships the deity with 16 kinds of paraphernalia. So the amount of jubilation, the bliss he was getting just with worshipping the Shila, just with water and tulasi, it was more than worshipping a deity with the 16 paraphernalia. এই মতো কত দিন করেন পূজনা তবে স্বরূপ গোসাই তারে কহিল বচন. After Raghunath Das had thus worshipped the Govardhan Shila for some time, Swarup Damodar one day spoke to him as follows. 304. অষ্টকরীর খাজা সন্দেশ করো সমর্পণ শ্রদ্ধা করি দিলে সেই অমৃতের সম. Offer the Govardhan stone 8 koris worth of the first class sweetmeats known as khaja and sandesh. If you offer them with faith and love, they will be just like nectar. So first he was just tulsi manjari and water, now khaja and sandesh. And the worth of it is koris. I don't know how many of you would have seen koris. It's like a white thing, it's a shell. And when we were young, the price of, earlier it was like used as a coin, but when we were young, we used to play with it, like, it has a backside and a front, and then we will play according to it. We'll give it points and play with it. And in fact, in our wedding, it's called Kori Khela. In our wedding, we have this game between the boy and the girl. Like how you have, I don't know if you have seen any of the Indian wedding where you put a ring and then the girl and the boy has to search. Whoever gets it first 3 times, they will, get something to ask the other side, or the family will ask the other side. Similarly, here also the Koris will have points. The front has some points and the back has some points. And depending how many sides you got, 3-4 times you'll play. And so that's how my experience with Koris. But reading here, I believe it had some worth where it was used as a coins. So 8 worth coin, 8 worth. So khaja and sandesh of 8 koris worth. Swarup Damodar asked Raghunath Das Goswami to arrange. And for thinking that, I was thinking he doesn't have anything right now. How will he arrange? So that answer is given here. তবে অষ্ট করির খাজা করে সমর্থন স্বরূপাজ্ঞায় গোবিন্দ তাহে করে সমাধান. Raghunath Das then began offering the costly sweetmeats known as khaja, which Govinda, following the order of Swarup Damodar, would supply. So Govinda will bring it and Raghunath Das Goswami will offer it. Raghunath shei shila mala jobe paila gosair abhipraye bhabona korila. When Raghunath Das received from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu the stone and the garland of conch shell, he could understand the Lord's intention. Thus he thought as follows. শিলা দিয়া গোসাই সমর পিলা গোবর্ধনে গুঞ্জমালা দিয়া দিলা রাধিকা চরণে. Beautiful verse. By offering me the Govardhan Shila, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has offered me a place near Govardhan Hill, and by offering me the garland of conch shells, he has offered me shelter at the lotus feet of Srimati Radha Rani. So he is meditating upon what does it mean. Like he just didn't get a gift and just kept it and worshipping and just doing it. But again, he is meditating, what does it mean, him giving me Govardhan Shila and the Kunjamala. So Govardhan Shila, that means Mahaprabhu is giving me a residence, offering me a residence near Govardhan Hill. And by the Mala, Gunjamala, Srimati Radharani, he is giving me shelter at the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. And as some of us might know that Raghunath Das Goswami actually composed, it's called Govardhan Vasa Prarthana Dashakam. So Govardhan is Govardhan Hill, Vasa is residence, Prarthana is prayer, and Dasakam it is composed of 3 paragraphs. Ashtakam is 8, Dashakam is 10. So he has meditated. I thought we might read it, but we don't have time. But after every stanza, Raghunath is saying that Nija Nikata Nivaso Govardhana Vasa Tuam. Like, give me residence next to you, near you. This is my prayer, O Govardhan. So that's every time it ends with that. So and it's a glorification of Krishna Leela. But at the end of it, he's saying, okay, where these wonderful pastimes, where the Sakhis are playing, the Sakhas are playing, and so many birds are waking you up, and so many birds are putting you to sleep, and the animals are playing. This is happening on the Govardhan, and please give me residence near there. So he's praying, where is Radha Kund and everything. And if you go to Radha Kund, you will see Raghunath Das Goswami's Samadhi there, and there are wonderful leelas that happened there. So you get to see the Samadhi of Raghunath Das Goswami right next to the ghat of Radha Kund. So there's one more. This is again Antya 6, 327. I'll just read the translation. Although I am a fallen soul, this is Raghunath Das Goswami saying, although I am a fallen soul, the lowest of men, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered me from the blazing forest fire of great material opulence by his mercy. He handed me over in great pleasure to Sarup Damodar, his personal associate. The Lord also gave me the garland of small conch shell that he wore on his chest and a stone from Govardhan Hill. Although they were very dear to him, that same Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, awakens within my heart and make me mad after him. So that's all from Govardhan pastime of Raghunath Das Goswami. There are some more, but that's scattered over here and there. But anyway, we have time. So I'll pause here. If there is any addition, correction, please go ahead. Before that, I would beg forgiveness for the mistakes that I have committed. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuvevacha patitanam pavnevyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. So if there is nothing, I will end with this beautiful verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya 12:1. Shruyatam shruyatam nityam giyatam giyatam mura chintatam chintatam bhaktas Chaitanya Charitamrita. O devotees, may the transcendental life and characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always be heard, chanted and meditated upon with great happiness. Can we pause and wish you all again a very, very happy Govardhan Puja. May we meditate on Govardhan Hill, whom Radharani called the best of the devotee of the Lord, because there are 3 Haridasa Varyas. One is Yudhishthir Maharaj, One is Uddhava, but the best among them is Govardhan Chila, whom Radharani herself called Haridas Varya, the best of the Haridas, the best of the devotee of the Hari, Lord Krishna. So all glories to him, all glories to Chaitanya Charitamrita, all glories to Krishnadas Goswami and our dear most Srila Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Yeah, this is what I wanted. Yeah, this should be pushed right here. Okay. Yeah. It's just like yes, sir.
images and Patrick worship, etc., etc. He says, actually, I don't really feel that way. In other words, he doesn't really.